everyone, in today's video I'm going to be making some DIYs to decorate my bathroom. This is how it currently looks. For my first DIY I'm going to take 2 empty candle jars. I have a video on how I cleaned them out. I'll be linking it down below in case you haven't watched it already. I'm going to start out by putting some Mod Podge all over my lid. I'm going to be sprinkling some glitter on this. I'm going to be using this glitter that I bought at Walmart. It's silver glitter. And I'm just going to sprinkle it all over my lid. I did this to both of my lids. And I'm going to wait for them to dry. Once they dried for the first coat, I'm going to go ahead and add more Mod Podge. And I'm going to add a second coat of glitter. After my second coat had dried, I'm going to go ahead and add more Mod Podge to seal the glitter so I don't have glitter dropping everywhere. Now that my Mod Podge has dried, I'm going to go ahead and put these crystal knobs in the center of each lid. I'm going to glue them on with some E6000 glue. I bought these crystal knobs on Amazon. I'll be linking them down below if you're interested. I'm going to be using these jars to organize my cotton swabs and cotton rounds in my bathroom. This is how they ended up looking. I'm going to be using this spray paint to paint this rectangular charger plate that I bought at Dollar Tree. I painted the back edges as well. After my paint dried, I added some Mod Podge to the center of my charger. And then I'm going to sprinkle my silver glitter on it. Then I like to go ahead and tap off the excess. After the first coat of Mod Podge dried, I went ahead and added a second coat of Mod Podge and a second coat of glitter. Then I tap off the excess glitter. After my second coat of Mod Podge had dried, I go ahead and add a third coat of Mod Podge to seal in my glitter, and then I wait for it to dry. For my next DIY, I'm going to use this spray paint to paint my canvas white. This is a 16 by 20 canvas. Now that my paint has dried, I'm going to use these mirror mosaic tiles to decorate my canvas. I'm going to be using these smaller ones and these larger ones. I'll be linking them down below. I got them at Amazon. I grabbed the cap from my spray paint to paint a circle on my canvas. Then I used my larger mirror mosaic tiles and went around the circle I had just traced, like this. On the inside I used the smaller mirror mosaic tiles and I filled it all up. For the center I used only one big mirror mosaic tile. Using a sheet of paper, I cut a petal that I want to use to shape out my flower. This is how I cut mine out. Now I make sure that it fits in the place that I want it. And I'm going to be using this stencil to draw 4 petals on each side of my circle to make a cross. I like to trace very lightly because I am going to erase these markings afterwards. Then I use my smaller mirror mosaic tiles to follow the line of the pattern I just drew. I finish off one whole side of my petal and the other side I leave it kind of open so that I can keep on adding petals to my flower, like this. Now I'm going to keep using my stencil to draw more petals in. And like this, it looks like the petals are interlapping each other by leaving one side open and then using your stencil to draw another petal. This is how 1/4 of the flower is looking, and I'm just going to continue doing this for the rest of the flower. Once I was finished with my first flower, I decided to add another one to this corner here. And I used the cap to do a little semicircle, and I used the same petal to trace around it like this. And I'm pretty much going to keep doing the same thing I did for my other flower by using the big mirror mosaic tiles to go around the circle like this. I filled in my circle with my smaller mirror mosaic tiles, and I also put a bigger mirror mosaic tile in the center. I used the same stencil for my petal as the other flower. I made this flower the same way that I made the bigger flower. Once I was finished with both of my flowers, I decided that there was too much white space on my canvas, so I filled up the space with some stems and swirls. I just placed the stems and swirls in different spots where I felt like I needed to fill in my canvas. For my bigger stems and swirls, I used the bigger mirror mosaic tiles and one strip of the smaller mirror mosaic tiles on each side. And this is how my canvas ended up looking. For my next DIY, I'm going to decorate my soap dispenser and my toothbrush holder. And I'm going to be using the same mirror mosaic tiles that I used for my canvas. I just placed the strips of mirrors vertically on my containers. For my design, I just did one thick strip and one thin strip of mirror mosaic tiles all the way around my container. This is how my toothbrush holder looked when I finished. I'm also going to do the same pattern to my soap dispenser. And this is how they both ended up looking. I really like the way they look. This is how my bathroom ended up looking once I put all of my DIYs in it. Since I can't go shopping anywhere right now, I borrowed that orchid plant from my living room. I DIY'd those candlesticks using the same glitter that I used for my first DIY. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.